Today, I'll be testing out 3 optics sent by the good people over at govx.com. The Army and Marines are now at a point where all of the weapons in line squads have some kind of optic on them. Before 2001, you'd rarely see anything on top of an M16. After about 2008, it was rare to see a rifle without one. Actually, it looks kind of naked without one. No, put that back on. That's better.
I went to see Jacob over at the Right to Self-Protect shooting range in Union City, New Jersey.
For some range time. Beautiful place if you get a chance to check it out. Honestly, when I look at the Spitfire Prism scope, 3 times magnification, it's incredible how far technology has come from when the first astronomer with his telescope laid eyes on a gun manufacturer. This optic will have its best performance at close to medium ranges. The weight comes in at 15 ounces, so it's not that heavy. An eye relief of 2.8 inches is great, and the scope features a reticle that is etched onto the glass. So if you run out of batteries in the field, you can still aim, and then you can return to base and blame your supply sergeant for not being able to afford batteries. Plenty of extra omelet MREs I see, but no batteries for my nods or my optics. That's cool, I'll see myself out. Thanks, Sergeant. The windage and elevation adjustments are easy to pop the caps off and adjust while zeroing. The major selling point for me is the price. This piece of equipment comes in at a much lower cost than some other scopes which have similar functionality, like the ACOG. I've used the ACOG in the Vortex, and I have to say, unless you have an extra $1,000 laying around stuffed under a pillow, you're gonna wanna go with the Vortex. This scope is designed for a 5.56 AR 16-inch barrel, meaning all the crosshair marks, when properly zeroed, will work based off that platform. However, it does work on any other type of caliber and any other type of weapon. The crosshairs and halo help with firing at ranges from 50 meters to 500 meters. The halo is for shooting at targets closer than 50 meters, and the first step of the ladder on the crosshair is for targets that are between 100 and 200 meters. The next one helps you range targets at 300 meters. The Vortex Strike-Fire Red Dot system is up next. So, what happened here? We went from Spitfire to Striking Fire? Okay, yeah, I like that. The optic is similar to the M68 Aimpoint CCO close combat optic that I carried on my M4 when I was in Iraq. Except this one has much better functionality than the Aimpoint that I had. That government issued one has a knob where it's easy to accidentally hit and change your red dot setting. On this site, you have to hit the buttons, actually press it with your sausage fingers. There was no fogging on either of the Vortex sights thanks to the O-rings that encases it.
Really digging this, liking it so far.
Moving on to the pistol. Attaching the Vortex sight to the 9mm Glock was a little bit more work than the other 2 sights, which you basically just screw on and screw off, and then they hold their zero. But with the pistol, we had to spend a little bit more time, but once it's on there, I can see why it's so useful, because a lot of people have trouble firing on the pistol, even when they're very good at firing on rifles. And so having a quick red dot reference, instead of having to worry about lining up the iron sights, really makes for much easier pistol shooting.